Whoa.
Hey.
First and foremost, stop showing out over there, Mr. Seattle.
Is he all dressed up?
He all dressed up, looking all fly. But I need you to button up your shirt, though,
Or
my
something.
dude.
You look a little
my
sloppy.
Dude. My dude.
Fix yourself.
Yes. Coordinate. Take off the mushroom shirt and all that.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to the Gentleman's Sweep Show. We are coming live to you from WLVS Radio. And Jay isn't physically here, but he's kind of here. Can y'all say hi, Jay?
Hey, listen, I'm coming live from Redmond, Washington, Seattle, Washington. How's everybody doing? Fun Radio is still back. We global
here.
now. We everywhere. What's up?
Coast to coast. Check it out.
Hey.
So what's going on, Norris? How was your weekend?
Well, first and foremost, shout out to the drunk / high dude who was harassing us at the doorway right there. Off the Baltimore / Southeast lean joint where you don't, like, you can stand and you almost about to fall, but then you don't fall.
I just want to know is security in the budget because
we definitely
I don't know
need
what
a bounce
that
up
was.
in this motherfucker.
And Smoke, the next time you try to give a derelict to me, try again. That was not mine. I had nothing to do with none of that.
Anyway, what's the tagline? 2 nuts and a girl with a big butt. That's the tagline.
Y'all gonna have to change that.
Hey, time out. I'm gonna tell y'all something I think is beautiful. The fact that y'all are color coordinated is beautiful.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, it's red as in today.
Yeah, I didn't get the memo that we was wearing red today.
There was no memo.
There was no
memo. You didn't miss anything.
It just is what it is, my dude.
So since we got you right there, how was your weekend, Jay? What's been going on?
Wonderful. I traveled this weekend. I got some stories coming up, but we're gonna talk about that later. I'm really getting on Delta Air. Them bastards got me upset. We're gonna talk about that later though.
Okay, all right.
That's your hate on me hater?
I'm hating
got a
on
2-part.
All right, well, AT, how was your weekend, my love?
I had a great weekend. We went to check out the Marshall movie. If you haven't seen it, please go see it. Chadwick Boseman, y'all know him. He's
Black
been
Panther.
James Brown. He's been Jackie Robinson.
Yes.
He's going to be Black Panther, but he played Thurgood Marshall. Excellent movie. Take your kids. Everybody needs to see it. It was really good. And I took my sweetheart to the Ravens-Bears game. No, I'm not a fan of either team. And it was a sickening game to watch. It was the sloppiest mess I've ever saw in my life. I do not know how. Listen, Baltimore, what's up? How you lose to the Bears? They won one game. How do you lose that? I don't get it.
They should have
But that
signed
was my
Cap.
weekend. They should have, because their quarterback is some trash. Where did they get that kid?
Hey, I have no idea. The garbage, I guess.
I'm saying, but it was bad. It was bad. But the Bears won. So he
Bears.
was happy. But it was a good weekend. The Bears.
What did I do this weekend? Oh,
What did you do?
I got a car. That's
What
what
you
I did.
get?
I got a Jeep Patriot or whatever.
Okay.
Something to get around. You know how small ballers do. We got one car to shop. You get a backup car. But I had to get my permanent guardian permission first, though.
Listen,
At
least you were able to get a car, okay?
I had to get my permanent guardian permission. I took my man out there. He helped me look around, made some few deals. So salute to my brother right there, man, Jay Russell. Smoke.
The ultimate salesman.
Smokey Smoke.
Wait. What was the place he used to work for?
Eastern Motors.
It came in handy. It came in handy.
Listen, don't give Eastern no shout outs. We ain't getting them bammers no advertisement.
We was just saying the training, it helped. It got him a good deal. That's all.
You trained me up and got me some good
Everything
deals
happens
out here
for
on
a
these
reason.
streets.
So how was your weekend, Smoke?
Oh, it was good. You know, I had a nice little gig. You know, shout out to my man Jay for hooking that up. So it was cool, man.
Look at you.
Jay's
Wait a minute.
streets,
Stop. So you hooked him up with a car.
Yeah.
He got a gig. What do I get?
Jay's the new El
I didn't
Flaga.
get anything. I got nothing.
I would say I hooked you up with your boo, but you did that on your own.
No, you didn't. I did that. Try again.
So I
Come
can't
back
take
next
credit
week.
for nothing.
Try again next week. So what are we talking about today?
We are talking about relationships without sex. And somebody's going to be broken up by the end of this show, or somebody going to be crying at the end of the show. But the truth will be told, no issues swept underneath the rug, because our guest is that guy right there in all black. Who's,
he's the guest too?
He's the guest.
Oh, Lord.
You know, this gonna be a heavy hitting one right here, because the issues gonna come
still
out.
guest
On the
in.
show, not getting no
Are you a
butt, so I'm the
Jamaican?
guest.
So we're going to talk about, can a relationship survive without sex? So we definitely want to know what y'all think out there, Radio Land. You can call up here, 202-683-7872, or, you know, we're Facebook Live. Type some questions, comments, whatever, and we'll talk about it right here.
We got you.
So what's next?
We're
lost without
we got
you, Jay.
we got one break coming up, and I think we got a video. So Jacob, go ahead and pull up that video. We'll see you right after a break.
Captain Blue Balls. Been looking for you since lunch.
I was just maintaining this.
Yeah, Matt, look at yourself. Your life is shit. You're hiding out in a fucking storage room. Okay, here's how it's gonna go. You've already won. You've already proven everyone wrong. Now it's serious. Pound's up to 18,000. That's a lot of money, isn't it? It's your vow. It should be your money. So I'm gonna split it with you. That's right. And all you have to do is take the dive. Think about it. $9,000. 9 large. Just take this. Uh-oh. You like her? Now we're talking. She's something, isn't she? Take her into the bathroom and get on with your life.
Let's go.
Let's count to 3.
Let's rock and roll.
You understand why I had to do that?
Yep.
Welcome back. And as you can see, that's what happens when you suffer from lack of sex. You're in the bathroom
Doing
jerking
strange
off
things.
with your feet in the air like, how does it feel?
Singing too? So
Oh,
we're back, and as you know, we're going to be talking about, can a relationship survive without sex? But first, we're going to jump into front page news. What you got for us, Mr. Norris?
The first one is going to be calm. Because, you know, I got to keep you calm because I got 2 videos I send Jacob.
Okay.
And these videos are going to make you mad. Now, my wife
you
smacked my
trying to
phone
make
out my
me
hand
mad?
for one of the videos. So I'm emotionally
We
preparing
can't never
you.
have no happy front page news.
Well, this is going to be happy. Colin Kaepernick is suing the NFL. I
saw that.
Yes, I hope he wins. I hope he takes you bastards down. I'm sorry. And I can't emotionally express these next 2 videos. So all I can tell you is please watch. Please not get too mad. But this is why this man was kneeling. This is why this man was protesting. And this is why this is some bullshit. Play those videos for me, Jacob.
Place out there. I don't want state prison, okay? They are a necessary evil to keep the doors open, that we keep a few or keep some out there. And that's the ones that you can work. That's the ones that can pick up trash, the work release programs. But guess what? Those are the ones that they're releasing. In addition to the bad ones, and I call these bad, in addition to them, they're releasing some good ones that we use every day to wash cars, to change oil in our cars, to cook in the kitchen, to do all that where we save money. Well, they're going to let them out. Place out there. I don't want state prison, okay? They are a necessary evil to keep the doors open.
I might use him as my hate on me hater or something.
Well,
oh wow!
I don't know why you.
Yeah,
that,
you want to keep
really
those
mad.
good ones so you can have maids and servants. What do you think about that, Lady T?
You
what
don't
do
even want to know what I think
do,
about that.
Because I had my phone smacked on my head.
I'm
so
a little militant.
Let's talk about these issues.
We might not get no sponsors if I say what I'm thinking.
We might
right
not.
now.
We might get some sponsors.
I don't think we will.
I
don't think we will.
Hey Jay, what do you think about that? Did you hear that?
Hey, I think it's crazy, but it is. Hey, you can't get too hype. You know, it's crazier than things like that going on. So you know, you got to stay focused.
You got to stay focused, huh?
It's hard.
Stay woke.
Because I had a situation, whether y'all know it or not. I work from home. Thank you, Jesus. Because if I had to look some of these people in their faces, it would be a problem.
What was that? The lady said that she don't want y'all niggas watching y'all dogs
like,
or something like that?
I run a pet sitting company, a nice, calm pet sitting company. Everybody loves pets. Black, white, all of y'all love pets. And this lady called up and was like, yeah, I need service. I'm getting all the preliminary info. And then she says,
no niggas
I'm not
allowed.
going to say the N-word, but
I'll
said,
say it for you. No niggas can't watch my dog.
Sign any ends to our service. We don't like them and neither do our dog.
Yes,
listen.
her dog don't like niggas.
I wasn't ready in my 8 years in this
She said her dog don't like
niggas.
No,
her dog don't like niggas.
They don't like them, and neither does their dog. And I'm just like, your dog don't know what it like. You know what?
That's crazy.
Long story short, we didn't take her business. There was no way we're doing business with anybody like that. But even in this day and age where racism is so blatantly obvious, when it hits you in the face, it still makes you go like, huh?
Wow.
Like, I couldn't believe it.
Really?
Seriously.
Now, what's going on, Ratchet News?
You ain't got nothing else? No more Ratchet News?
I got a cop.
wasn't happy at all.
I got a cop beating up some girls. I don't want to raise up your blood
Let's
pressure.
just go to the Ratchet News.
Let's go to the Ratchet News.
You know, we don't really care about these people. But all right,
facts.
Last week we talked about Nelly. You know, he was accused of raping a young lady. Well, she wants to drop the investigation. She feels she feels that she can't win a case against Nelly. That's what she feels. You know, it's just too many horrible things being said. She doesn't think she can win. She wants to drop it, but Nelly's team is not letting it go that easy. He said, let me get this right. His attorney, Scott Rosenblum, I'm not being racist, but you know, that name, that's a good lawyer right there.
That's facts.
He said
facts.
that Nelly's accuser's reckless accusation, once investigated thoroughly, was exposed for what it was, a fabrication. For those of us who didn't finish school, that means a lie. And this caused Nelly and his family to suffer emotionally and financial damage, and he wants her to publicly apologize, which means come forward, show your face, and say, I'm so sorry for being a lying thought. So,
facts.
That's where we're at with that. So, everybody who said Nelly did it is looking like he may
all
not
I can
have.
say is me and Jay Russell called it on this very show, and
Listen,
the bitch was lying.
I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, you know, like just wait and see what happens.
Jay, we called it.
Bottom line, this is about money. That's what the bottom line is about. Money. So they need her to make an official statement so they can get them sponsors back,
right?
And all that money that he's lost because of rape, anything that got raped across a person's name is not a good look when it comes to them corporate sponsors trying to sell things. They need that money back.
Facts.
So while we're on the topic of rape, well, it's not quite rape. So everybody I know by now, the bombshell of Harvey Weinstein, Miramax, the Weinstein Group, big name in Hollywood. You know, he has been forced to step down. They kicked him out of his own company. He's got all types of charges pitting against him. New York Police Department's investigating him for inappropriate touching, harassment. All these Hollywood starlets, even some guys are coming forward saying how he's harassed them. Like, the casting couch is a real thing. It's a real thing. So his brother, you know, the Weinstein Group is ran by him and his brother Bob. So his brother Bob has come out and is like, look, that's my brother, but I'm ashamed. He said, I am ashamed to call him my brother. I did not know he was doing all that, and he refuses to let him come back because Harvey's like, I want my job back. I'm getting my job back. And Bob is like, no, you're not. Not today.
I'm hearing that Harvey is actually suing because he had it written in his contract. He can harass and molest whoever he wanted.
Well,
as long as he paid the financial benefits of the
Well,
harassment.
I'm not seeing
So-
that contract come out yet.
So if my man is suing them for saying, "Hey, y'all gave me the right
Now,
that I can molest anybody up in this motherfucker
it
as
does
long as I pay
say-
them,"
It does say that I will say. Let's get this
somebody
right.
knew something. Goddamn it! Don't be like, "I ain't know."
Well,
I ain't know.
Apparently, when they booted him out, they didn't give him a reason. They just said you're fired. And his lawyer, Harvey's lawyer, is like, he didn't violate his contract. There's a provision that covers claims such as sexual harassment, like you said, as long as he reimburses the company for any settlement. But because the police are involved and there's allegations of rape attached to this, that supersedes sexual harassment. That's on a whole nother level. So him and Bob are supposed to have a meeting tomorrow. It's not looking good at all. And my last bit of ratchet news, y'all gonna laugh at this because it's just petties. I don't know what. 50 Cent, our friend. We all love 50. 50 is a petty Betty. You know, last Friday was his son's birthday. His 18-year-old son, the one he doesn't talk to because he's mad at his mama because of all the child support. So he threw a party, not to celebrate the birth of his son, but to celebrate the end of his child support. But
Facts.
there's more.
Facts.
He called it the child support release party.
Yes.
Club Lust at 1 a.m. And he said, happy hour drinks on me. Tom Petty is alive, meaning him. Ladies with no kids, free admission.
Wow.
Ladies who didn't collect child support, free admission. So his son clapped back, though. Go ahead.
What is one thing he don't know? I guess his son ain't going to college, or his son ain't going to the military, because it don't stop at 18. You keep paying to at least 2021, so it must be the state they live in.
It depends on the order. It
you
depends
keep
on the
paying.
order. It depends on the order. But my thing is, don't be making songs talking about have a baby by me or I make you a millionaire. That chick took him up on that offer. But so his son was like, damn, if only your new TV show was this funny.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen it, but 50 Central is whack. I'm telling you, 50 is whack. And a couple days later, our girl Wendy Williams, my hero, she addressed his pettiness and was just like, you're just petty spaghetti. You're just horrible. You need to stop it. 50 couldn't let it go. You know, there was a picture of Wendy floating around this summer. She wasn't looking too hot in her two-piece.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
And he went ham on Instagram, yo. And he was just like, you need to get your life together. Your husband's a great guy, but he deserves a side chick looking at you every day. Like, he went in on her. It was horrible. So 50's just being his petty best right now, and that's all I got on Ratchet News.
Listen, they said Wendy Williams was looking like the letter P. She was big up top and straight down.
No one ever said that she was cute.
You leave Winston alone, man. God damn it.
Wendy got the T, and that's all we care about. We don't care what she look like.
You leave Winston alone.
But 50 need to get his life and stop being so petty. That's not right. That's what girls do. Guys shouldn't do that.
Leave Winston alone.
And man, I didn't even know news. Listen, everybody, y'all know that I'm out here because I just got a new job, so I had to come to training and everything. But
congratulations.
Thank you. But the dream is to be to the point where you never, ever have to work again. So, you know, some people get a hustle. Some people figure out what they do. But a lot of us, we go to them corner stores when we figure out that Powerball or we figure out the lottery has been really high. But I'm going to tell you this. They say a certain amount of people buy lottery tickets, but they either call in the next day or they figure out if somebody else won. And when they figure out somebody else won, they don't even look at their tickets anymore. They either throw it away or they feel it wasn't them. Well, there's a guy in the paper by the name of Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith was going through his closet, found an old lottery ticket in his closet, took it to the corner store and realized he was holding the ticket for a $24 million jackpot.
What?
And only had, guess what? He only had 2 days left to reclaim that money, or that $24 million was
Jimmy.
done. So I'm going to need y'all fools to go in your house, go through all the lottery tickets y'all might have laying around, because, man, I ain't even know. I might be a millionaire, and I don't even know. So I hope I got an old shirt like Jimmy Smith out there, and I'm going to go check and see if it's worth at least $100. Maybe
Check
not
your
24
pockets.
mil, but it's worth something. So I'm going to throw it back to y'all. Check them old shirts for them lottery tickets.
Well, unfortunately, it's time for us to take a break, so we'll be back after this video.
Hey.
So you believe that waiting, meaning not having sex, we're really clear, it means not having sex
Until married.
until you get married, helps God to reveal things that you would have missed.
Oh, yeah.
How so?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's interesting because when we got together, we both knew that we were going to wait. And what we learned in the process was because we weren't being intimate in that way, we were able to really see each other for who we are. We were able to really spend our time getting connected emotionally, spiritually, being able to assess, can I spend a lifetime with you? If the sex goes up and down at certain times in our marriage, do I love you enough? Do I respect you enough? Do we want the same things out of life? Can we really be joined that way? And so what I realized in the past was most of the relationships that I went into, because it started off sexually, I didn't have the clarity or the discernment to see who the person was.
Because the sex clouds everything.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because the sex is good, so you're like, oh, okay, well, that's my boo. I need to be near him. And you become...
Hey now, welcome back to the Gentleman Sweep Show. Hey, coming live to you from WLVS Radio. We're going to jump right back into it. And Jay's got our word of the day. And what would that be, sir?
Hey, listen, I'm going to keep it simple. My word of the day is adjustments.
Okay.
And we all know what that is. It's adjustments. But it hit me. The other day I needed to borrow a car from a friend. And as soon as I got in the car, it wasn't really made for me. It wasn't fit for me. You know, I had to adjust the seats back. I had to adjust the steering wheel because I like to text when I drive. So sometimes I got to drive with my knees. So I got to take that steering wheel and put it down so I could drive with my knees. And my car, my time is 10 minutes fast. Well, the car I jumped in, the time was 5 minutes fast. So there was a lot of adjustments that I had to make. And I understood this. There's a lot of times in life we are dealing on other people's terms, and we have to adjust ourselves and make adjustments to fit other people. And I want to tell y'all this. You don't got to adjust yourself to fit anybody else, because if something is not meant for you and it doesn't fit you, do not change. Do not adjust yourself. Do not go through any adjustments for anybody else. Stay true to yourself and do you. So you don't adjust yourself to fit nobody else's needs in life. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Simply, you got to take that TKO and you got to let it go. So, hey, adjustments.
Teddy
That's
P.
my word.
All right.
Yo.
Look at you preaching and
Tell you
whatnot,
what, tell you
Pastor
what,
Jay.
if this job don't work out, I'm always going to go with motivation speakers.
So now we're going to get to that part of the show that we do every week. We're going to do some hating. You know, play it for a smoke, just a snippet, you know. We ain't paying for that.
We got money to pay Jilly from Philly.
That's right, rock it out. You know, we all go through stuff, and sometimes you just really need to hate on somebody or something. So we're going to let you start. What you hating on this week, Norris?
Man, there was so many issues and so much hate to give, but unfortunately, I got to give it to LS Drama. And the next time one of you motherfuckers call me or text me on my weekend with my beautiful other half chilling eating my pancakes about your lifestyle bullshit and drama, I will fucking cut you.
Ooh.
Don't call me about shit I don't want to deal with no more. We out the game. We retired. We on a civilian life. We got real issues like people shooting at us, taking knees. Call me about building some money. Call me when you ready to say, hey, I got $1,000 for this tax lien. Let's make some moves. If you ain't calling me for no money, don't call me for the LS bullshit.
Oh, my.
Who want to go next? I'm done.
Who let Jay go next? Who you hating on, Jay? You feel better?
Oh, thank you, Lord. That felt great. I can't hear you.
Can't hear you. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, you got to take a pass.
Hold on.
All we see is your face moving.
Wait a minute.
Nope.
Can't hear you. So I'm going to go.
Go ahead, Lady T.
So my hate on me is two-part. Is that okay? Can I do a two-parter?
Take as long as you need.
Can I do a two-party? Okay, because it's been a day. First thing I'm hating on is morning people. Now listen, I'm thankful to God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit that I get up every day and I open my eyes and I'm here. But those folks that are oh so bubbly and cheery at dark 30 in the morning, sit your ass down somewhere. I don't need you in my space. Hi, how's your day? And just to hopping all over the place. Ain't nobody that damn happy. You can't possibly be that happy that early in the morning. If you are, keep it to yourself. You got to like dole that out in pieces, a little bit at a time. Because not all of us want to be up at dark 30 actually working. So that's my first thing I'm hating on. Second one, I'm saying names again. Y'all remember a few weeks ago I was talking about my coworker Brittany?
Shout out to Brittany.
We hating on Brittany. No, we hating on Brittany. You know what she did today? It's Monday. I don't know about your job, but most jobs, Monday's like your busiest day of the week. That's when everything has to be done.
Everything happens.
It takes 2 people to really do what we need to do on a Monday. We got like 15 locations spread out across the country. So it's about 8:15. She ain't logged in yet. I ain't say nothing. I wasn't trying to be a snitch. So she does a group text to me and our boss. Our power's out. I woke up and our power's out. Now I'm thinking to myself, wasn't your power out just the other day? And the week before that too? How many times you gonna use this excuse?
Maybe Brittany not paying the bill.
Listen.
People ain't responsible with these monies, man.
This one said, and I quote, "The power's out in the whole town." She lives in this little, very small town in West Virginia. So our boss texts back, the little group text, "The whole town? That's odd. I don't see any news about any storms or anything." And I'm like, please bust her ass. Please, because she's lying. You know she's lying.
You're a liar.
He waited and he waited. And then finally he calls me telling me he needs to vent. Listen, bruh, you don't pay me enough for me to listen to your problems. He called the city or the township of this place in West Virginia and asked, was the power out? They laughed at him. Our power hasn't been out in weeks. What are you talking about?
So, Brittany, you're a liar.
Brittany's a liar. Busted.
Brittany, you're a liar.
And do you know she stopped responding to the group text messages? She wasn't saying jack. Brittany needs to be fired. I could do this job by myself. I don't need her no more. I'm just saying it's wrong. Brittany, stop lying. And everybody else, if you don't want to work, just call in sick. We don't even ask for doctor notes. Just come up with some shit. But don't owe it every week.
Hey,
every week your power's
out. I'm looking for a part-time job, so just let me know, because I got bills to pay.
Listen.
Why y'all keep messing with Brittany, though?
Because Brittany's
is a liar.
Lying. just shiftless, just no work ethic. It's crazy. It's
Workplace
crazy.
violence next week. And Brittany out.
She lucky we don't work like I can't see her. It'd be a problem, I'm telling you. But I'm hating on Brittany.
We hating on you, Brittany.
Sorry, Britt.
And more than
I'm not
people.
sorry.
Jay, who you hating on, bro?
So I'm hating on Delta Airlines. Listen, I got some friends that work for Delta, so I respect y'all, but I hate y'all airlines. First of all, what happened to the days where, they let you get one bag on the plane and then you had to pay for the other ones? Delta hit you up $25 straight off the head. So you already know $25. The next thing, they weigh your bag. So they weighed my bag. My bag was 4 pounds over the limit. 4 pounds. The lady said, "Do you want to take 4 pounds out your bag?" I'm like, "Yeah, where I'm going to put the 4 pounds at?" They charged me $100.
That's an expensive ass bag.
That was 4 pounds over the limit. Not gave me back my $25, but they charged me, $125 to carry on one bag that weighed 56 pounds. And then I get on the flights and them bastards don't want to give me nothing but some peanuts. They want me to pay for everything else. Yo, screw y'all Delta Airlines. I hope y'all lose a whole lot of money. I'm going to go ahead and reimburse my $100 back, but they got me for $100 for 4 pounds of luggage. I can't do it.
That's why you need to do Southwest, 2 bags free. I'm trying to tell you. Southwest is
it. Southwest.
Them bastards put me at the seat right by the bathroom too.
Ooh.
So screw them.
So you saying Delta Airlines?
They getting that, huh? Just
I
like
was smelling
that.
everybody that came out that bathroom. That's crazy.
You better be nice. Don't you have to fly coming back on Delta?
I think I'm taking Alaska back.
So do we have a game today we're playing?
We do. It's called What Would You Do? It's called What Would You Do?
So what we need to put that up on the screen so we can see? What would we do?
What would we do? What would you do? What would you do?
You want to set that up for us? Oh, that's disgusting.
This is the first one up, and for those who are on Facebook Live and other places in the world and cannot see this, it is a dirty, disgusting bathroom. I believe the title says you go over your boyfriend or girlfriend house for the first date, and you ask to use the restroom, and this is what the fuck you see when you get in there. What do you do? Smoke. I'll let you go first because you look like you ready to jump on there. Jacob, put the camera on Smoke. We want to see his reaction for this one. What would you do, Smoke? You at the house, the bathroom dirty as hell. It got plungers, shit stains.
Smoke.
What would you do, Smoke?
Man, depending on what I got to do if I was handling the, bathroom, I probably would just be like, you know what? I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really have time to go to the bathroom because your time is so pleasurable. Oh, I'm getting that Billy D on them. But, your time's so pleasurable. I don't want to miss any moment. And then I go handle my business.
Oh, you smooth with it.
You smooth as shit with
you
that.
You a lot nicer than me, I tell you that.
Lady T, what would you do? Lady T, what would you do?
If I went over my boo house and his bathroom looked like that, he would not be my boo no more. Let's get that straight. I can't do nasty. That was disgusting. Like, there's no place to even go to the bathroom in that bathroom. Like,
you could move the plunger to the side.
I don't want to touch anything. You need a hazmat suit on to go in there. That's ridiculous. Did you see
it's
that?
different for females, though. They got to sit down. Yeah. I can go outside.
Yeah, look at that. Look at
you want to stand up in there?
Yes, look at that.
If you use the bathroom there, your pants have to come down.
Right.
They're gonna touch something. Right. You might walk out with something.
Jay, what would you do?
Listen, I can't deal with a girl that can't keep her house clean.
Right.
Because if you can't keep your house clean or your bathroom clean, that means you can't keep other things clean. So I'm good. I leave. I don't even hit. I leave.
Right. I'm not hitting nothing. Hitting that doors, I'll leave. What would you do?
I live with OCD, and I live with somebody who's so OCD. Jay was at my house and tried to use the bathroom, and the door was locked. And he said, why? And I was like, I live with a crazy OCD person, so I don't have these issues.
Yo, you always say, use the bathroom before you come to my house. I don't know what you got.
I was so scared after I used it that I wiped everything down
and
then locked it back up.
Yep. And you put it back the way you found it, didn't you? Mm-hmm.
I live with a crazy OCD person, so I have these issues at home. Next slide, please.
What the hell?
And
let
me break this down to you. You go to a friend house, you come home, and it's nothing but pounds and pounds and pounds of marijuana. Mm-mm. What do you do?
I'm out.
What do you do?
I'm out. The cops is coming. There's no way that's a safe situation for anybody. I'm sorry. Smoke, you laughing too hard. What would you do? Smoke it?
What you gonna do?
Is that where you got your name?
You know what my name is, so not going anywhere for a while.
You just gonna kick back, open up a
smoke
bag,
all that shit.
Let me test that. Let me test that, cuz when you put it on the street,
let me take 2 pillows with me.
You ain't right.
Jay, what would you do?
What would you do, Jay?
OJ, what would OJ do? We don't want Christian Jay. We want OJ.
BC before Christ. What would you do?
Christ.
Hey, listen, all I could do is pray. You know what I mean? Give me strength. That's all I could do.
We said before Christ, man. Before Christ, what would you do?
Y'all already know the answer. Y'all know how wild I get.
They don't know the answer. What's the
answer?
answer? Stop dodging and being a politician. What's the answer?
Listen, y'all already know I'm going in, but go ahead with that, man. He's a liar. Thank God for change.
What would you do?
Man, we going back to the block. We selling that. We selling that.
So I'm surrounded by a smoker, a hustler, a born-again Christian, and all of y'all smoking or getting money. That's basically what you're telling me right now.
We chopping it up. We bagging it. We gonna make a little bread.
And when the cops come, do not call me to bail no one out.
Yes, facts.
We got any others? Was that it?
Yeah, no, we got a few more. We got a few more. Your boo, it could be your man. It could be your lady. They come home. They tell you their other person, husband, came home or wife and punched them in the eye. What do you do? What do you do?
Wait a minute. Let me get this right. It says your man comes home beat up He tells you
his side chick.
chick's husband did it. What would
Beat
you
his
do
ass.
or
What
say?
would you do?
Dot the other eye and send him back over there where him came from, because don't be bringing your drama home. You know better.
Just said.
Lord.
Man, I was so swole.
And what would you do?
If Kimberly ever came home with a black eye and said somebody wife beat her up because she was caught in an affair, I'm sending her back where she came from and let her collect another ass.
Throw the whole wife away. Go on back.
Go back.
Going
Collect
back.
another ass whooping while you at it.
And you smoke, what would you do?
Smoke.
I would do the same thing.
Dot that eye?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't touch her. Nah, but I would send her back.
Yeah, let her
She gotta go back.
let
That's
her get another
disrespectful
ass
as hell.
whooping.
You shouldn't even came home. You should have waited till that
He looked like
goddamn-
Martin. If y'all remember that when he
Seriously?
fought
With Tommy Hearns?
Yeah, he looked like Martin.
Jay, what would you do, man?
Some things you just don't even entertain. I wouldn't
Right.
even entertain that. I would just tell her to get out my face and get her pot together, go clean herself off, have me finish watching TV. But some things you just don't entertain. They look crazy.
You can't even forgive that. That's evidence in your face. Literally in your
Yep.
face.
That's penalty enough for your behavior. I ain't even got to say nothing. You look and you feel bad already.
I can't.
I think we got one more slide.
One more?
I think we got one more. Oh, you walk in. You see that awesome mess of your beautiful spouse in a bed with another person. What do you do? Who's going first on this one?
I can't.
go first
You
on
go
that.
first.
Yeah, go ahead, Smoke. Go ahead. Let us know, what would you do, Smoke? Keep it honest.
Just have my bail money.
Just have
That's
your bail
all
money
I
on
ask.
standby.
We already established we're not bailing nobody out.
I just
so
need my bail money.
you better have a GoFundMe
That
ready
would
to
be
go.
disrespectful though.
Your own
The word of the
house.
day is disrespectful.
Your own bed. You came home from 8 hours of work, hard labor, and she knocked out comfortable with this dude. What would you
I
do?
might put my size 11 Timberland in both of their ass.
Uh-oh. Violence. Your
Violence.
turn. What would you do?
I wish I could tell you guys I will remain calm and talk to everybody and pray and hug and say kumbaya. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm with Smoke. Me and Smoke in jail. Yeah. Smoke
Wow.
in jail.
Okay. And Jay, what would you do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all because I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of times people say things until they actually find themselves in this situation. And I found myself in a situation like this before. Like I was real young, I found myself in a situation. And what I did was I simply just walked away. You know what I mean? I got my stuff, I took my child, and I left. And the funny thing was, you know what I mean? You always say yourself you're gonna stump a hole or you're gonna do whatever. Sometimes you just take a situation like this for you to understand that that person ain't for you. And why waste your time going to jail or waste your time getting in trouble over somebody that has already mentally said that they out of the situation? So me, I just walk away. Ain't no big deal. It's other one monkey don't stop no show. So I'll be all right. You be all right. We get over it and you move on.
Well, see, I got questions though. Like, is it an open relationship? I mean, is that cool? Is that what we do or what? If it is, then you can't get mad. But if it ain't, then somebody got to go and it won't be me.
I'm ignorant a little bit.
You ignorant. You ain't asking no question.
Jay, the new Jay is a good dude, man.
He
That new Jay
is.
a good
I don't
dude.
know this guy.
I don't
Who's
know this guy either. But
Who's
we gotta
this guy?
take a break and we gonna be back with this guy. Ask him some real questions.
Hey,
And don't be
Fun
blowing
Radio
smoke
is
people
back.
And we keeping it real.
honest.
Before Christ
sure.
answers, please.
Yes,
Thank
facts.
you. We'll be back.
Don't want to send you running for the hills or anything, but I really feel like if we decide to do this again, then maybe we should hold off on the physical part for a while.
That is a fantastic idea. Why didn't I think of that?
Really?
Totally.
No sex?
No, why do that? Because here's the thing. From personal experience, I found that sex can really complicate things. And what we should be doing right now is just getting to know each other.
Yeah. Well, I never thought you'd go for it.
I'm going for it. Well, that just is a great notion.
Are you serious?
Look at my face. Look at how serious I am. You see my nostrils?
Yes.
That's serious. Well, it's more angry.
Yeah, you know what most guys would be saying? Yeah, right now. But like by the third date, it'd be, hey, baby, I really need to physically express how I feel and all that stuff.
Hey, baby. 3 dates, make it 10. 10 dates.
How about 15?
15. Screw your 15. 20 dates.
Okay, 20 dates.
20 dates.
Okay.
This is genius.
It's gonna hurt.
Not as much as you think.
We can really get to know each other this way.
Yeah.
As we can see, the love life without sex is all BS. Where are we, Lady T?
We are WLVS Radio right here in good old DC. Coming live to you every Monday, 9 to 10.
And what's back, Jay?
Fun Radio never left. Fun Radio is back. Hey, listen. I've never been interviewed, and my situation is personal. So y'all take it easy on me. Don't try to hit me with no craziness.
Swept underneath the rug, sir.
Didn't you come up with that? No
keep it
issues
100
swept
for
under the
y'all
rug.
This
Didn't
is
you
your
come up with
title
that?
line. What is the issue for the day, Lady T?
It is. Can a relationship survive without sex?
Oh, man.
So, Mr. Russell,
Yes.
how are you today, sir?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Oh, well, you're quite welcome. So tell us, can a relationship survive without sex? Could you be in a committed relationship? Committed, not no side chick, not no situationship, but a committed relationship and not have sex?
Now, first of all, I feel like you got to understand what's the goal of that relationship. Now, if it's just something where y'all kicking it, y'all just having fun, of course not. But if you're looking for something deeper, if you're looking for something higher, then it depends on what you want to let your foundation be. So I'll give myself as an example, and I'll open up. I used to be in the LS. So the same thing that Norris is talking about, for y'all people that don't know what the LS is, it's literally just swinging. So I used to be in the swinging, and I had one of the largest swinging groups that was real popping, and sex was readily available. Having sex was just something that we did for fun. I mean, it was like Friday, Saturday, you might have gone a weekend, and at the end of the weekend, you had 6, 7, 8 bodies. I went to some parties where after the party, we had 12 bodies. It's just what we did. Sex was just what we did for fun. It became your desires for most people was our reality. We waking up with 2, 3 women in the bed. We doing wild, crazy stuff. And what you got to understand is when you live in that life and sex is the driving point behind that life, then sometimes emotions and feelings get distorted because you can't have emotions when you're swinging. You can't have emotions when you're just in a physical relationship. So all it is about sex. So for me, I was lost track and I no longer had a hold of my emotions. So I became very cold. I became very harsh. And to me, it was just about the physical. So I went through a point in my life where I had to change because I was empty. It wasn't anything with my partners or anybody else I was dealing with. It was me. I was empty. So I needed to make a change. What I understood for myself was sex was a drug for me. It was my drug of choice. I was an addict. I was addicted to sex. My reality was distorted. I couldn't see myself with just one woman. How could you just be with one woman for the rest of your life? That was insane to me. But as I changed, what I understood I had to do was I had to be able to understand what love meant and what a true relationship was. And a true relationship had to be something that was just more than the physical. It had to be something just more than sex. So for me, I cut sex out. I stopped having sex because I needed to know, could I have a relationship that was just deeper than the physical? Because I promise you this, if you can slang that thing, you can get away with a lot of things. You fellas, you can get away with a lady will sometimes accept a lot of things if you taking care of your business in that bedroom. But if you're not bringing any type of other substance to a relationship, that stuff gets old quick. So I need to realize for myself, could I bring something else to the table other than the physical? So at that point, I decided to not have sex at all until I can bring some sort of intimacy or bring something else into a relationship other than the physical. That was for me. Can a relationship survive? I think so. If somebody is really into you, they see the person that you are, and you can build something great, then sex can be something that you can put on the back burner until you work on the things that you have to have a strong, solidified relationship. So yeah, it can survive.
Now, how have you been doing with your lack of having sex so far, sir? Keep it real. Keep it honest.
I think it's tough. You know what I mean? It's tough when you know you've always been so when sex has always been so readily available, and now you are struggling to not do something that you enjoy doing. Now, because someone doesn't have sex doesn't mean that they've lost the feeling for sex, doesn't mean that they've lost the desire. It just means that they're trying to overcome it. So imagine going from a place where I literally could have had 12, 15 numbers I could dial, and I'd be over somebody's house, and somebody would be over my house in a second. It was going down anytime I wanted, to now avoiding phone calls. To now not answering, to now just, I mean, I even got off Facebook for a minute because my inbox or whatever was popping with people just looking for opportunities to hook up. So I had to step back. You know, I had to step back, and it's hard, but you know what? I find pleasure in doing things that I've never done before. I find pleasure in just being able to sit down and talk and have a good conversation with somebody else. You know, I had a situation where I would go over somebody's house and or I would just chill and I would just enjoy talking. That's it. I didn't want to do nothing more than just talk. And after we had a great conversation, I was like, wow, I was in a level higher mentally and spiritually than I could have been with just the physical from just talking. So, you know, you got to find pleasure in other things. And that's the problem. People can't have relationships because when you peel back everything, sometimes people see that sex is really all they have in common with people that they with. So what happens if you don't have nothing in common? Yeah, that relationship is done. It's over. Because that's all y'all had in common.
Well, let me ask you this. So in your current relationship, sex was on the table a lot. Now it isn't. How is your partner adjusting to the no sex thing?
Whoa!
Right. I'm keeping it real right now.
Dude,
listen,
so we get it as business.
That's hard because listen, one thing I gotta say, and one thing that I've learned is this: you got to be able to communicate certain things you want to do in your life with the people or the person that's involved in your life, because choosing not to have sex is a big choice for one person to make. But if you are in a committed relationship and you're choosing not to have sex, then you're also making that choice for your partner.
Right.
And that's what I found was difficult, because I found that, you know, it wasn't cool. You know, it wasn't cool. You know, it was something that you can't take something off of the table without discussing it first. And from a woman's standpoint, you know, especially from a woman, when a man denies or turns a woman down without an explanation why, she's automatically going to be thinking you out there doing something with somebody else, or she's going to be thinking that you don't find her attractive anymore. Right. You're not turned on by her. So one thing that I've learned in this journey is you got to be honest and you got to be open. You got to like remember when we had the Reverend on the show to say over communicate? That's an opportunity right there to over communicate, to explain why you're doing something, what's the end result of you doing something, and then also get that approval of your partner, because it's hard on both of y'all. Imagine if you got a relationship that's flourishing. Sex is amazing. It's going down. You guys are having a great time, and then you automatically just cold turkey and cut it off. Now, it might be something strong that I could do, but what if your partner can't do that? So I learned that you got to communicate that. And if not, you can find yourself by yourself, or you can find yourself in a whole heap of trouble by not talking to your partner about it.
True indeed. True
Jay,
indeed.
we got to take one last break, bro. Hold that, because we got a lot more to talk about.
Hey, that's not First One Radio's
back. Hey.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking those are the biggest boobies you've ever seen.
Can I please use your phone?
I'm not your average woman. I like sex, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Excuse me, I just had pudding an hour ago.
Dear God.
You ever park your bicycle in an airplane hangar?
I'm sorry?
You ever thrown a toothpick into a volcano?
What?
Oh, nothing. Just making idle chit-chat. Are you comfortable?
Actually, no.
Ooh, I'm sweating. You're getting me all hot. You don't like my hair, do you?
I think there's been a mistake.
Did you say steak?
No,
Yeah, I
miss-
can bring it back.
Oh,
welcome
man.
back. Welcome back to the Gentleman Sweep Show, coming live to you from WLVS Radio. Now, in case you didn't know, you can listen to us live every Monday night from 9 to 10 at www.listenvisionlive.com. And what else can they do? They can email us questions, concerns, gripes, whatever, at the gsweep@gmail.com. And you can
Instagram,
always join our live studio audience right here, 2622 Georgia Avenue, Northwest DC.
Time out. Not that drunk ass dude was at the door.
Yeah, I'm like, one of y'all gotta walk me to my car, cause
We got you. We gonna jump the shit out of his ass. He's still out there.
he just came up on me. I was like,
Hey,
you
baby.
saw me too, didn't you? I sped out. I was like speed walking him. I know. Eye contact. I was like, if anybody asks you, my man kicks.
But back to the witness on the witness stand right here, Mr. Jay Russell, who me and Lady T has known for a very long time, and we both were saying that this is a walking miracle. Because for those who do not know this guy, let me hype it up for you because he's being too humble.
He really
This
is.
is the guy that literally had women stand by a door in a line waiting for an opportunity to sleep with this guy. Facts.
I saw it
Lady T.
many times.
I seen it with my own eyes. This is the guy who used to run around parties fully nude. Am I lying, Lady T?
I don't want to talk about
Facts.
it.
I'm just saying. This is this guy right here who literally other men say is a folklore. Literally, you stamp. We can write books about you, and people were like, I don't believe
Actually,
this
my
shit
man
is
is
real.
writing a book, and he is a character in that book. It
And
comes
we
out
gonna-
on
this
December
shit can't be real.
25th. You,
Right,
Me,
that
Us
changed
by
my
the
life. You
Sun.
got it
Look
right,
for
that
it
changed my
December
life.
25th.
Facts. So, Jay, we were talking in the car on the way to the dealership, and we both admitted that sometimes that sex can be an addiction and it can be hard to walk away from it. So, real quick, because we are about to have to wrap it up, how did you really walk away from all the shit you used to do?
Hey, listen, I mean, for me, and one thing I need to say is that I believe everybody got to follow the path that's for them. But for me, I believe there was a higher calling on my life that God had more for me to do. So for me, it was really about, I had to make a choice. Was I going to continue the route of the world, or was I going to continue to give my life back to God and serve him like with my whole heart? I couldn't play lukewarm. I couldn't play on the fence anymore. So I decided that I wanted to follow God. I decided that I loved him more than anything else in the world. And it's something to just talk about, something to just have lip service. But I needed to not only just talk about how much I love God, but I needed to allow my life to line up with it. So, you know, being a swinger anymore didn't line up with my life being in God's hands. You know, I conquered that game. I did everything I wanted to do. You know, I got numbers that 50 people together would never hit. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I can really be proud and thankful for is that in all that madness, God took care of me. God, he made sure that my mind was kept, my body was kept, no diseases, no sicknesses, nothing like that. So, you know, I was kept even in my madness. And the only thing that just keeps me, you know, out of that life, or just keeps me out of some of these girls' beds out there, and y'all should be thankful, is the fact that I got other things that's more important to me, man. I'm just following God, and that's what's important to me. I want to do the marry God thing one day, like you, Norris. You know what I'm saying? Once I find that,
That's so sweet.
So, you know,
Y'all can have
God
that
knows
shit.
I can't go without sex too much longer, God. So you know what I mean? I need to do what I need to do. But right now, there's nothing more important to me than following God and doing what he has to do. And so I had to make that change. And his love, his presence is the only thing that sustains me and keeps me focused. That's it.
Well, I will say, Jay,
God is
you know,
good.
speaking on both of our behalf, I would say we're both very proud of you. You know, you're an amazing guy, and you made a transformation. You actually put action to your words. And a lot of people give a lot of lip service and they say they're going to do and they're this and they're that, but you're actually doing it. So we are quite proud of you for that. I'm still sinning for both of us, just so everybody's clear on that.
Facts.
I do not believe that a relationship can survive without sex. Baby, if you're listening, our relationship cannot survive without sex. I will leave you. It happens. Like, I've done it. I've done it. Ask my ex-husband. Can't do it. I have needs. They need to be met. I prefer they be met with you. But if you can't, somebody else will. That's just where I'm at in my life.
Fact.
Facts.
That's fact.
Facts.
Hey, look, that's why it's got to be something more important in that relationship. And I want to say this. If you do decide that you are abstaining for sex, you really got to say, is there an endpoint? Like, to me, once I realize that I have everything that I'm looking for, my foundation is solid with the person that I'm with, I'm getting back to it. You know what I mean? I'm getting back to it. But until I understand that, or until even in my mind, I'm okay with just being with one person, then I'm chilling. You know what I mean? So there's still more change coming in me. But yeah, I plan on being able to use what I got one day, because it's just, one person is just going to have to be enough.
It's a terrible thing to waste, ain't it, though? But anyway, thank you for coming on the show all the way from Redmond, Washington. We appreciate you so much.
But before you go, Jay, even though I love you and you my dude, but this week, man, Law is
badge. I just want to tell you, they gave me a badge.
They gave you a badge. You official.
This week, man, Law comes directly from Jay Russell. He inspired this? No one is off limits on Jim this week's show when it comes down to man laws. My dude, my right-hand brother dude.
My dude.
When you give me a ride to the car dealer, don't be playing no damn more slow jams. Looking at me with a gaze in your eyes.
Was he singing to you?
I think he did sing to me. I think it was like Marvin Gaye. It was like some R. Kelly in the background, some Chris Brown.
Oh my God.
Man, I was scared. I'm about to hop out the car and tuck and roll and like, fuck this ride to the dealer.
That's gotta be, what's that, like man law 45? You just can't do that.
You just can't do that.
Oh my God, Jay.
And then he looks at me and like, Norris, you should make me the man law for this Monday, because this is totally inappropriate. I was like,
well, we'll be back next week.
No one's off limits.
No.
It was Keith Sweat. It was Keith Sweat, A Right Way to Love Somebody.
No.
There's a wrong and a
We'll
right
be back
way
next
to
week, guys. We're going to talk about the
somebody.
worst
That was
date
for you,
ever.
Norris. No homo.
Oh, no. See you next Monday.
Well, radio is back. See y'all later.
I want to talk to you for a minute. I want to talk to you. Alright, I'ma get right to it. Try to play it all, but Jack can't do it. I'm in love with you. Yeah, I like you a lot. Feel that vibe, yeah, I feel that spark. You can have my time, you can have my heart. Yeah, you get a ride, you can have my car. I'ma drop my pride, I don't care what it costs. Yeah, you look good, girl, let's get lost. All of my girls ain't nothing like you. Yeah, I'm with my